Hello and welcome to the Friday, April 11th, 2025 edition of the SANS Internet Storm Center's Stormcast. My name is Johannes Ulrich and today I'm recording from Jacksonville, Florida. Well, when you hear about recent attacks by TYPHOON, the Chinese threat actor who has been compromising critical infrastructure, you usually think about cutting-edge Saturday-style exploits. Sadly, that's not all there is to it. There are also a lot of good old overlooked vulnerabilities. And that's what today's diary is about. One of our undergraduate interns, Matthew Gorman, looked at CVE 2018-0171. This is, as the CVE number implies, an older vulnerability, but still currently being actively exploited by threat actors like TYPHOON. So definitely something to not overlook in infrastructure. And Matthew does a great job here in walking you through some of the issues with this vulnerabilities, how it's being exploited, and how to protect yourself from exploitation. Also, why sort of some of these vulnerabilities are still a problem. And then we got a little bit more cleanup for the Microsoft Patch Tuesday this week. There were issues with Windows Hello, most importantly. Some users experienced after rebooting their system, they could no longer log in via their PIN or via facial recognition with Windows Hello. Apparently, this affects systems where System Guard Secure Launch or Dynamic Root of Trust for Measurement, DRTM, is enabled. The solution here is to re-enroll your device. There were also updates affecting Citrix, and most importantly, some Roblox users apparently are having problems. There was also an issue with Microsoft Office crashing. This only affected systems that use the MSI-based installer for Microsoft Office, and Microsoft on Thursday did release a special update to fix this particular problem. And on a positive note, the Windows 10 version of the April updates is now available as well. And Dell released an update for users of its network-attached storage system, Powerscale One FS. One particular vulnerability here is worth pointing out, the CVSS score of 9.8, and it fixed, well, one of those good old backdoor passwords. So a default password is being addressed with this update. At this point, I haven't seen what the password is, but probably just a matter of time, meaning hours or a couple days, for that to become publicly known. Well, and Horizon 3 did publish a detailed breakdown of a vulnerability they recently discovered in Langflow. The vulnerability was discovered end of February, was reported, and was then fixed end of March by Langflow version 1.30 is the safe version you want to use. Well, the nature of this vulnerability is that Langflow has an unauthenticated API endpoint. Never a good idea. In this particular case, data is then actually being passed to a Python exec. Now, it's not super straightforward. It's not just simple Python code that you're able to execute here. You have to sort of obfuscate a little bit, make it work with this particular endpoint, and that involves the use of Python decorators. Interesting Python feature that myself, as a non-real big Python person, wasn't really familiar with, but this will walk you through how the exploit works. And yes, they do provide a proof of concept exploit. At this point, I see, as of today, one single hit to the particular API endpoint in our honeypots. Wouldn't call it a successful or attempted exploit, really more recon, because it doesn't appear to have the actual exploit attached sort of as a body, but still have to look at it in more detail. Definitely, if you are running Langflow, update it now, and definitely don't expose this tool to the internet. But then again, it's AI, so what could possibly go wrong? Well, and this coming week, I will be in Orlando at our big spring event there. I'll be teaching defending web applications. I think I'm scheduled to do a quick luncheon learn. So if you're interested, hope to see some of you. If you're not in class with me, always usually carry some stickers around. So just stop me if you see me in the hallway. And if you're interested in some Internet Storm Center stickers, maybe I'll drop some on a random table in the hallways there. Well, that's it for today. So thanks again for listening, and talk to you again on Monday. Bye.